Hi, and welcome to CabMaster software. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a quick overview of what we have to offer. First thing you'll see is when it pops up is the drawing properties menu, which can also be located over here on the right hand side. This is where a lot of your CRM or your initial setup will take place, and the information will be pulled from one of three places. Either your library or your catalog, which will be your global change, kind of how you build a cabinet. You can do drawing properties, which is this one here. This is only for this drawing that's on screen. And then you have a per cabinet change, which you can obviously change per cabinet or per item. So that way, if you need to make minor changes, you can. Okay. Left hand side, there's a lot of information over here. How do I build a box? Am I doing conformat screws? Am I doing tongue and groove? Am I doing drill and dowel? All of that over here is going to be set up along with your reporting, your pricing, and items like that as well. What type of materials am I using? What kind of drawer systems am I having? Am I using pulls? Am I using knobs? And what that is this is something that we help you guys set up initially with the software, so that way you can get down to the fun and exciting part of the software, which is the actual design process. So if I click OK, it's going to take me into CabMaster. And now I have my blank template on screen, and now I can start drawing. However, for instance, if I need help or assistance with anything, I can always come up here and go to my topics for CabMaster. So it'll take you to our knowledge base inside of here. However, one thing that's really nice is I come over here to the left and click on the mouse with the question mark. I can actually click on an item and it will take me directly to that section and say, okay, this is the palette, this is what it is, here's a video to watch in order to get a better understanding of what that is. Really trying to limit your learning curve and get you in the software as quickly as possible. For instance, on this one here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start creating a wall. I can go over to the insert button and click wall. However, I do have my quick access toolbar, which I could right click and customize this, add whatever icon I want on there, so that way it kind of speeds up your production. For this one, I'm going to go down, I'm just going to hold shift so that way it locks it in 90 degrees. And now you can see that my arrow is a black cross. Currently that means an add or an addition to. So if I click on screen, I'm going to add something. However, if I hit escape and I go back to my actual mouse pointer, that means I can actually select or move items. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to come up here and I'm going to start selecting my cabinet. So here's my corner, here's my drawer, and let's say on the second one I want to modify this just slightly. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually come down to my drawers, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually make this a little bit easier on myself. And I'm actually going to go into my 3D wireframe so that way I can take a look at it. And what I'm going to do is say, okay, well, I actually want my height to be slightly smaller on the top drawer. Okay, so here we are here. And then once again, our kind of standard, if I do a standard drawer, that way we're not using the metal premium. This is a standard drawer box. Okay. And say okay. Now if I were to add that, it's actually going to create those changes. Just do a one drawer over there, and then I'm going to do a two drawer bank over here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add in my fridge. So these are just creating from my custom palette. Once again, you can come in here and you can add a palette or you can modify the current one. Just like your quick access toolbar, I can add things, delete them, really make it as easy as possible. For this side here and this side, I do want to do a finished end panel, so that way you don't actually see one, the fridge, and two, the carcass of the material here. So on my base, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go into my panel, and I'm going to do my panel end to floor. Simply just place it on screen. I could add them into my quick access toolbar as well. This one is going to be my pantry, and this is going to be my tall end panel to floor. Now if we take a look at it in 3D, this is our kitchen so far. Okay. We do have the option that we could add it over here as well. For instance, if I don't want to see that carcass material, I can do that. However, I am actually going to butt up cabinets to that side, so I'm not as worried about that. And what I'm going to do is actually, while we're in here, I'm going to hit add camera. So that way I can actually place my camera view on screen and actually get a live photo. So as I start adding in cabinets, you're going to see that it's going to modify here as well. So let's go ahead and let's do a wall 2-door. So I'm going to add 3 here. I'm actually going to do a couple over here as well. So here's my 3. However, what I want to do is I actually want to, I'm going to stretch this. That way it fills in that gap. And what I want is I actually am going to hold Control and select these 3 as well. So that way if we right click and click make even, those doors will now become even. Makes it easier for us, especially if we're ordering outdoors, to have them as the same size. Okay. Just like we did with the end panel at the base and over here, I am probably going to put them on these number 12 and number 14 as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my wall end panel. And now you're going to see that it's going to actually appear on your drawing here. So now I can see that this is actually what I'm looking for. Okay. However, if I double click on my wall, let's go and let's take off the brick and let's just go into our solid color. Quick and easy change. As you can see, the picture changed as well. I can also auto elevate if I right click and go into my auto elevate. So here's one wall. Let's move this picture a little bit and let's auto elevate this next wall. So just like the picture here, my elevation will change as well. If I move my parts, you can see my elevation will change as well. So let's say if I move out this cabinet, you're going to see the elevation changed. Okay. Once I'm ready to send it out, all I need to do is go into my machining, hit export machining. It's going to create all the DXF files needed in order to create these files. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit generate nest in order to create that G code. Okay. However, in order to do that, what I want to do is I want to make sure that my CNC is configured correctly. Once again, this is a setting that you would go in, set, and you'd only change it if you're changing tool positions. Okay. However, you can add different tools if you want to, simply by creating a new tool, following the prompts up here for your dimensions or your parameters. Your strategies or your cutting information, so how fast, how deep, how many passes, all that's going to be dictated inside this menu. I can modify one that's already done or create a new one. Your layers are actually going to be brought in from the DXT or the DXF that was actually just created, and inside here I would pick which strategies I want, and if I have small parts, what strategy do I want for that. Nesting parameters, so am I doing my tool first, my strategy, or am I doing it by layer? And then inside here, once again, just kind of preferences. Do you want to do your small parts first? How big of a gap in between your parts do you want? And my margin is from the edge of the sheet. How much do I want to step in? Do I have grade in X or Y? Then the machine setup, you can pick other machines inside of here as well. We simply just add them through here. And inside your parameters, you would set what location they are in your tool changer. And then your driver units down here, what is the machine expecting from the program? Okay. Once that's all set up, you simply press generate nest and send to your machine.